Come to find out, when the ladder, the angels going up and down trees like that. Read your Bible.
Read your word.
PC levels. Oh, thank you. And it's just we're doing is a test. Test 1 2. My head keeps. It's a test. Test 1 2. Oh, test 1 2. Mic check. And we're mic check 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back to
Hello.
Relax, Relate, Debris. I'm your older sister, Nikki.
And I'm your younger sister, Jackie.
Oh, my. And this is our YouTube channel where we are two real life sisters that just get together and chit chat. Now, been a minute since we uploaded a video. Doesn't mean we have stopped chit chatting as sisters. Nope. Okay. But it's been a while, so I wanted to say welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Okay, it's not a competition. Welcome back. Thank you. You're done.
Yes, I can still sing.
Wow.
And welcome back. It's like I'm just playing.
Wow. Okay. So we are so excited to be back up and running again. If you haven't noticed, my background has changed because I moved. It's a lot that's been going on in our lives since 2024, because I think that's the last time we and a lot has changed in the world. So we just wanted to take a couple minutes out just to, drop a little video to say, hey, we still here. Listen, we are still going at it. We haven't given up on the podcast. We were just busy, and I'm also editing, directing, producing. And so I just got a little tired, and I said, I needed a breather. Now, I didn't mean to take a long break, but God is good. We are back. We are back. I'm sorry, I'm seeing issues with your mic. Is everything all is well?
I don't know why this stand just did that. This stand gonna do this as soon as I start recording.
We haven't been recording in a while. You should be up and ready.
I'll just hold it.
Oh my.
I don't know. It's like the legs broke. Don't do me. Don't do me.
Okay. So with that being said, we're getting back. We're going to get into our segment. No, before we do that, I wanted to tell you that this YouTube channel is sponsored by us. Because right now we need subscribers in order to get somebody to really sponsor us. So therefore, we are sponsoring our own YouTube channel. So with the hopes, we hope if it's your first time that you would stay with us throughout the whole segment. You would hit the like and subscribe button, because we're going to be uploading the videos. And then if you're a returning viewer, a supporter, we want to say thank you to y'all. Those that been asking me, some of our friends, but when y'all going to put the, y'all needed something to watch. Y'all need to, talk to me. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We appreciate it so much. So with that being said, we're going to get into our minute to get in it. Hit it.
You got a minute to get in it. You got a minute to get in it. A minute to get in it. You got a minute to... Whoa, I'm sounding amazing. Like, for coming back, it's giving, whoa, where's she been at? Get in it.
So this is our segment where we take a minute to get into something that, we just want to discuss. A little 1 minute segment for anything. Something we want to get out of our chest, something we want to say thank you about. It could be anything. So with that, we're going to say, Jackie, are you ready for your minute?
I'm ready for my minute.
Okay. And you can go.
We're recording this on Wednesday the 19th, and approximately 10 days ago was the 59th Super Bowl. And while we're a little late, the parade has happened and everything, I wanted to shout out the Philadelphia Eagles on an amazing butt whooping that they put on the Chiefs at that Super Bowl. I enjoyed every minute of it, every sack for Mahomes, every yard that they did not allow them to get, the O-line, the D-line, the quarterback. Saquon Barkley, our missing puzzle piece. The team just showed up. And if you are a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and if you are in the area, from the area, what a high ride that was. And Also, I just want to tell everybody we're done with the Kendrick Lamar performance. If it went over your head, it wasn't for you. Moving on. I don't want to hear any more about it.
Well,
And I don't want to see any more.
some thanks. Like you said, moving on.
Hold on. And I want to say, oh, and as y'all see, I have my Philadelphia Great nails. My nail appointment is tomorrow, though. So, but also, I don't want to see any more people that's trying to do the 1-2 step. They Not Like Us is our anthem, and enough. Because
wait, people doing the 1-2 step like Sierra 1-2 step?
no, the little step that Kendrick did. I said on the 1-2, 1-2, like the little step like that.
Shuffle. Yeah. Okay. A little shuffle. Okay. All right.
Stuff get old fast because y'all can wear something out.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go ahead and if you
okay. Now,
time me.
you have your minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you do. And your minute begins now.
I am sick of this cold weather. I'm sick of the wind. I'm sick of the rain, the snow, the sleet. For the past couple of years, we have had mild winters. I have not had a problem living in New Jersey. You know, growing up in this type of weather, didn't really care for it. Always wanted to be out of New Jersey. Present day, I don't care about the groundhog. I don't care about the pig or the regular hog. I don't care who saw their shadow and who did not. I know one thing. This season better wrap it up quick. I am sick of the cold weather. I don't want to go outside to another drop of snow, to any more rain, to any more freezing rain, hail. We done had all 5 of the elements. And I know y'all still trying to wondering what's the 5th element. Watch the movie because we done had all 5 of the elements here. Don't even worry about it, what I'm saying right now. Just understand. And all you're getting, get an understanding. And what is it that you need to understand? I am sick of this winter weather. I'm done.
It's you telling us and all our getting to get an understanding. We're trying. Because to refer to the 5th element and then refer us to a movie.
Because I know everybody's like, oh, it's 4 elements. It's 5. Watch 5th element.
Okay.
And then you can get back to me.
So you're saying we're the problem for
pretty
saying
much. No, I'm not saying. I said it.
Okay.
It's been said. If you didn't understand much, I feel like Kendrick at this point. If you didn't understand this one over yet. They not like us. They not like us.
So you would say you feel like Kendrick is diabolical.
It's not. It's actual and factual. So yeah. But we want to thank you for listening to our minute to get in it. We are moving on. So, A$AP Rocky, if you don't know who he is, for my save folks, it's a rapper that was recently on trial. He is dating the famous Rihanna. Don't know if you're save, you don't know who that is. It's okay. It's all right. Just listen to what we're about to say.
Is that how did she say that she pronounces her name that way, Rihanna?
Mm-hmm. That's her name, Rihanna. America calls her Rihanna. That's not it. It's Rihanna. In Barbados.
Okay. Rihanna. I remember there was a video where she said something about her name. But okay.
Just correcting folks. But it's okay. So he was on trial. A friend of his accused him of shooting him, and he took him to criminal charge, trying to put criminal charges against him, where he was facing some serious jail time. And that he was found not guilty. I didn't watch the trial every day or anything like that, or even really follow it as close, but I did see a few times where the friend A$AP Relly, they were in a group, A$APs. They all have different names. Relly was on that stand lying. No other way to put it. He found shell casings after he had been shot. He had pictures of what looked like to be scrapes on his fingers. Just it really boiled down to really money. He was trying to extort him for $30 million. I mean, hey, your baby mama's a billionaire. I know you got it. And so, he was trying to get money from him. A$AP Rocky was not trying to give him any money. And so he took it all with the court. People thought he was crazy, thought he should have took a plea deal. But how many know when you're innocent,
Mm-hmm.
Let her go to court. And so the trial wrapped up, 14 days. Here we are today. He is a free man. And while he is doing his press conference, or his lawyer rather is speaking for him, you know, the press is around him. He's standing with Rihanna. And someone yells from the crowd, how does it feel for your childhood friend to turn on you? As a couple other people were yelling, Rihanna turns around, puts her hand up to say, stop it.
Like this.
She was like this. We're not doing it. And then she repeated, how do you think it feels? Somebody posted that and said she was being nasty. Folks, we're here celebrating freedom. I'm not here to talk about the person that tried to put me under. I'm not here to discuss friendships. Right now, my lawyer is talking about his defense of me and my innocence. I don't have time to comment. Was she being rude? Absolutely not. The people that were actually being rude were the ones that are shouting and screaming. People take it too far with celebrities. They take it too far. Like, these people are human beings just like you and I. They eat the same way. They go to bathroom the same way. They sleep the same way as I. Do they have better toilets? Maybe. Do they drive nicer cars? Could be. But they still human at the end of the day. And so I thought, first of all, the post was unnecessary because she was not being rude. She was there being a supportive girlfriend, wife, child. We don't know. They interchanging them. I ain't seen no marriage or certificate, so I can't say for now if they married. But do you feel like she was? Did you see? First of all, did you see the video?
Mm-hmm.
Was it rude?
No.
Your thoughts?
I am a Riri. I like Rihanna.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate in the environment that she is in that she's able to remain down to earth. And there are plenty of us that would have turned around and said, "Shut up."
Okay.
But because it was her, it was recorded and it's being deemed rude. Also, I'm sorry, but I feel like journalists, news reporters, paparazzi, they have no chill. They have no filter and no one holds them accountable to anything until you have to clap at them and be like, not bro. All she did was she was just like, shut up with that right now. We're not talking about that right now. You knew that they wasn't talking about that right now, but you wanted to holler out anyway, but that's not rude.
Right.
I think that Riri keeps it real all the time. And that is one of the biggest things that I admire about her. I think that the way that she interacts with the people that truly love her and her true fans makes her one of the most likable and present celebrities that currently exist, in my opinion. I've never met her, but I felt like if I did meet her, we would just be talking like we've known each other for a while. That's how she comes off. Yep. And so I don't get rude, but she also does come across as no nonsense as well. Maybe that's the, Caribbean in her or whatever. Cause they be saying they have like, their little thing about, maybe that's what that, I don't care. I didn't think it was rude. And I think that journalists, news reporters, paparazzi and everything else, I feel like they need to start being held to a standard because they have none. They have no boundaries.
It's ridiculous. And I also don't think that this person that posted it was actually even a reporter because, sometimes there are fans that are hanging out because they find the spot. So they as well, come to provoke. And at that moment in time, you need to be respectful of actually what's happening in your surrounding. You know what I mean? Like, they're holding a press conference, they're taking certain questions from people. And if you actually listen to the press that are around them, oftentimes they're often complimenting them or they're asking questions that are really relevant to the case. I think that it was not the time nor the place to ask him that. And for her to respond in the way she did, it is what it is.
And it was a whole trial, and she has 2 kids with this man, and this trial could have went another way. Mm-hmm. But thankfully they have good lawyers, and and ASAP said it was a fake gun. Apparently that is something that some people do feel like they have to do, depending on who they are. So it's it's not, while it may seem far-fetched to you, it's not necessarily far-fetched. But congratulations, ASAP. And in the words of Riri and ASAP, all to God be the glory. They said, hey,
he did.
And really, she said, first of all glory goes to God. Amen.
Yes, amen.
For his mercy. That's what she said. For his mercy.
So, yes, he did say that. But I also wanted to bring up this story because there was a friendship there. And so his friend,
Oh,
yeah, his previous friend, someone that he considered to be close, the level of confusion that happened right there is not
because
even
I'm like,
necessary.
that lady yelled at her was her friend. Embarrassed. So embarrassed. Go ahead.
Oh, I can't even. Lord, where happened to my thought? And I grab it back. So,
Don't grab back.
indeed,
Friendship there.
there was a friendship there, and unfortunately, money
Mm.
drove a wedge, in this friendship. I mean, ASAP Rocky, excuse me, reached a different level of status, in life. He was doing his own thing prior to getting with Rihanna. He was his own rapper, well-known person. They get together. He's in the fashion industry now. I don't follow his career, but I know, like, as they've been dating, they've been looking at them for fashion and things of that nature. And so, like, his circle has clearly changed. And unfortunately, it's unfortunate that someone that used to be a friend,
Mm.
would actually not be able to recognize that. Like, you have friends that come for a season, some that last a lifetime. I don't know what the little saying is, I can't remember. But should you be bitter when you have friends that leave and actually thrive?
Wait, so they're the friend as the friend that left or the friend that got left?
Either one.
Well, as the friend that
I
got
mean,
left,
if you're the friend that's thriving, obviously you're not going to
I'm
feel
assuming
that
you're not bitter.
way. Right.
Oh, you shouldn't be bitter. People. First of all, let me take 4 steps back. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Number one, people don't know the definition of friends. People don't.
Mm.
Mhm. And we'll simmer. And that and that is 90% of friendships, like issues with friendships. I think the saying is a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Like
Mm.
everybody comes into your life, they may come in there for a reason, but they're not necessarily meant to stay. And then there are people that come in there for a season because this is what I believe. Sooner or later, everybody's going to show their cards. People tell on themselves. They can't help it. I don't know ASAP. Like you said, I don't follow him either. But ASAP probably has friends that are still his friends. Um, that are totally fine with him being where he is, and they're fine with where they are. The issue is that there are people who show their true colors, and they were never for you. If as a friend, if I go up, if I level up, and you come around and you're trying to extort me or you're talking crap or whatever, you were never for me. And the reason being is because all that shows me is that 90% of what you do, your motives aren't right. So I can no longer concern myself with you because until you get your motives right, you're never going to be going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so you probably have always had bad motives because I just believe when you're good and you have good motives, there's nothing for you to try to double back on. There's no reason for you to try to falsely accuse your friend. There's no reason you internally are just not good. Whether it's ASAP, whether it's ASAP or anybody else, I think there's a character flaw there when your friend, when you see your friend go up and then you decide, oh well, how can I profit off of this by any means necessary?
Right. Right. I mean, also, look at it too that if we were genuine friends and we had an argument and we had a disagreement, and if you felt the need to pull a stunt gun out on me, whatever, like, would I be mad? Sure. But at the end of the day, after everything cooled down and simmered down, you and I should be able to have a conversation. Like, first of all, I should be able to come to you and say, first of all, it's not cool. Why you ran here with a gun, period? You know what I mean? Or I just feel like, I don't know if it's because we're women and we think differently than guys. I mean, I feel like guys are able to get over things easier than women. I feel like we have more feelings and emotions, and we don't always cut people off, or sometimes we do, too quickly. Immediately you got to immediately know. But I felt like like you said, if you understand the definition of friendship and that you know, whatever your disagreement was, because actually this happened a few years ago. This wasn't even just like anything recent that happened. Even still, like he should have been able to just have a conversation with him. Like, yo, that's not cool. Rocky could have said how he felt. Relly could have said how they felt, and they could have probably still had a friendship till today. But people, because they don't know how to act, and because Relly saw it as a moment, oh, you gonna pull a gun out on me? I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna get money. You hear a conversation from people to other people that they were friends with, basically saying, I'm gonna get him for money. And so, like, you know, so when someone asks that question of how you feel about a childhood friend, every child, I don't have people. There are people I was friends with as a child that I'm not friends with anymore. I would love to have a childhood. You know, some of the people I genuinely liked and was cool with, and we're not cool. And I'm not, and for whatever reason, you know, you just grow apart from people, and they're not meant to go on the journey with you. But that's okay. And, you know, and I've seen, you know, throughout the years, some of those people, they're thriving, they're doing well. I have no reason to be upset because my childhood friends are no longer my friends now. It's great. It's beneficial when you have something like that, because that's a rarity. Not a lot of people have that. But to do something to this extent, it's like, were you ever really his friend? That part.
Money shows motives.
M&M's. Okay, maybe MS. Wait, money shows. MSMs.
You have to do that. It's money shows motives, and that's why they say you want to see somebody. People show you who they real spouses say when they got divorced. They be like, I don't know, I don't know this person.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Be talking money. Well, in some divorces, some of y'all might as well just go ahead and get divorced. You do know that.
Sign on papers. There's no assets to divide.
Neither one of y'all got no money, but people that like have something and have like more to lose or more to gain. And obviously they did maintain a friendship because you was hanging out with him when he was who he was.
Mm-hmm.
But again, impure motives will always be shown. And at the end of the day, it's unfortunate, but everybody is just not for you. Everybody's just not gonna be a friend. And sometimes, and who knows, maybe ASAP knew that, but he was still keeping him around. Because how did we get to the point where you even felt like you needed to pull out a gun anyway? How did we get here?
Because he was doing the most in the videos. Like, he was arguing with him, and he felt that he had to defend himself in some sort of way against him. And, like, you know,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, now, how are we here?
Yeah, that's true. I see what you're saying.
Friend right now, that if it ever got to where I had to pull a gun out, I would be appalled. But also, I don't be calling people. I don't call everybody my friend like that. Mm-hmm. I genuinely feel like, you know what? I could see myself being friends with this person. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we're joy at the hip. I'm talking to you every day. But I could genuinely see myself being a friend. If you, like, truly showed, like, yourself, I would be like, oh. Because the reason why is because, for the most part, I think I do a good job of trying to discern character. And then determining whether or not that person is someone who could be my friend foreseeably. Even if I have to put them in a different box than I do my other friends, because sometimes that happens too. Right. You gotta be like, okay, you're this type of friend. But can I handle it? Yeah, I can. Or if I'm like, oh, you know, I can meet people and be like,
no thanks. Right. Right. Well, we wish you the best. ASAP Relly, ASAP Rocky, no, the above.
So is ASAP really a rapper too?
I don't know. I just knew he was his friend. I think there was like a rap group back in the day that they were all a part of, because there's an ASAP, somebody else that was on the trial as well, that came to talk as well. Somebody was in Paris and came from out of Paris and had to come talk. So
if you were in the ASAP group, what would your name be? It obviously has to be with an R.
ASAP. Oh. Because I was about to say ASAP Nicky.
No.
ASAP Raquel.
ASAP Robust. I would be ASAP Robust. No, maybe not.
Oh, yeah.
ASAP Rotunda? No. I'm doing
Who?
Rotunda.
Rapunzel.
ASAP Rapunzel.
ASAP Rapunzel coming through. About to make it do what it do. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
That's those moments this episode where
Okay, well, it happens. Listen, you had a milestone birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Clap it up. Clap it up. Again, we know it was in 2024 in October, but we welcome to you. Can I say it? Can I say it?
Yeah.
We welcome you to the 4040 Club. Welcome, 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 and welcome to the 40 Club. Listen, we is lit on this side. We are not. I know you're not looking like that. So a few of my friends that came over to the 4040 Club, it's not like when you was a kid and you heard that your parents was 40. Well, technically, my mom's 20, you're older than me. So I was 20 years old when my mom was 40. So it didn't even really seem like old to me anyway, because it was like, but when you was a little kid, somebody said they was
You were
40.
40, mommy was 20. Wait, when mommy
When
was 40.
mommy was 40, I was 20. She's 20
Really?
years older than me.
Heck.
Right. So, like, technically, mommy had a 20-year-old and a
By this
17-year-old.
age, mommy had a 20-year-old?
And a 17-year-old.
That's wild. And I'm over here.
And you over there like,
Is it be that wheel, Lord?
Lord, let it be. Listen.
Oh, I don't even think I put that together. Okay, Mom.
Because I'm a thinker. I see stuff. And so, put the mic up and listen.
Between having to hold this and your shenanigans, I keep.
But listen, we had a little birthday dinner for you. We ain't going to talk about how it was supposed to be a set amount of people that you grew the list to. And but it turned out nice because I ain't gonna get into all that. But I decided to say that little piece in there. It turned out very nice.
I drew the list.
Yeah, it was very intimate. It was mostly family. Everybody that was there was pretty much family.
Yeah.
Everybody that we consider family. Everybody she considers family because if you don't know us by now, we have the same birthday. We are 3 years apart, and and actually the birthday party happened on our actual birthday, and so I selfishly gave up my birthday. No, I'm playing. No, I really wanted her to have something special on that day because it's a milestone birthday and she just deserved it. And so we celebrated you. So I just wanted to put it out there to our people who are watching us. Listen, if you're getting close to 40, if you're in your 40s, hit us up in the comments. Let us know how you feel. Like, I'm still jogging. Knees still work.
Yeah, but that's not too much. Jogging where? Let me
Up and down my steps, okay?
Okay.
So
If
just saying. It ain't I can't now I'm stuttering. So on to our next go ahead. You wanna say something?
Yeah, the birthday dinner was nice. Coming into your 40s is great, especially when you still look like you're in your 20s. I genuinely did not and do not mind. Yes, I'm 40 and fabulous. And we're good over here. So the birthday dinner was nice, and it wasn't that I went over the limit so much. It was just that on my mom's side and my dad's side, I have large families. So, and when I sit back, if I were to have included like friends and like even if all of the family could make it, I probably could have doubled in numbers. But
Probably you would
everybody
have.
that did come, thank you so much for coming. I've already done all of this, but it was a great birthday dinner, and
Thanks.
thank you to. It was a great birthday dinner, and thank you to my family, my sister, mother, father, cousin William.
Thank you.
You guys are great. Thank you.
You're welcome. We try. We try. On behalf of our family, we try. Um Next up, let's talk about it. It's called Let's Talk About It. just a little snippet because I'm not watching it really. Married at First Sight. I seen a little TikTok video of what appeared to be two people that were not married to each other that were getting like kind of a little bit scolded by the experts. So if you started with us from the beginning, we initially started with reviewing a season of Married at First Sight, which is where two individuals get married, never met each other, don't know who they are. The first time they see each other is at the altar. They get married. They're supposed to do this little experiment. They live together, act like a married couple, and by the end, they're supposed to make a decision of whether they're going to stay together or get married. Stay married or divorce. So I stopped watching it just because it's just, first of all, it kept being too much back-to-back stuff with it. But then also I feel like it's now more commercialized. Like it's going away from actually being an actual experiment and something interesting to watch, more so people trying to get their minute of fame. And this couple seems to be trying to get, well, these two people trying to seem to get their minute of fame. I'm looking at two individuals getting asked questions about why they sent in a text message. Why did a text message get sent out to somebody that wasn't your wife? So I reached out to my sister who was watching it, and go ahead and explain to the people what you
Well,
up to.
I only started watching it because at the time, I did not watch last season. At the time that this season started, Married at First Sight Chicago was the current season. At the time that this season started, there was nothing else on television. So that's how I started watching it.
Okay.
And then you started, I just went on watching it week to week. But the more I've been watching it, the more upset I am. And it's not just with the castmates, with Married at First Sight. Your producers, everyone. Lifetime, the producers, everyone. The reason why is because do not sit here and play in our face like y'all said, like y'all are doing.
They'll do it. They will do it.
Like, why do you think that the people that are watching this are actually dumb? Because there's one couple, his name is Akiche, I don't know. And her name is M. Yeah, Akiche.
Kitchen.
Akichi. And he was all about his wife. They came home and she is a nurse practitioner, something, she has her own practice. I don't know, she does like skin stuff with your skin. They came home, she has her own practice. He went in her condo. He was like, "Oh, this is your place?" Because she had a nice condo in Chicago. She got her Benz. She's successful. From that point on, nobody knows what happened. We have no idea what happened. That man detests her. He did not like her. And he kept saying that she makes me feel like she kept making him feel worthless in the relationship. We're just confused because from the marriage to the honeymoon, none of that was shown. And even afterwards, unless producers just didn't, film it or they didn't air it, we have no idea what you're talking about. He was accusing her of crazy stuff. And I don't know if I believe him. He was a trigger. But they're done early, obviously. But Madison was married to Alan and Michelle was married to David. And Michelle was married to David and she was giving David a hard time. She was actually giving him a hard time about everything, about himself, about where he lived, about who he was. This ain't what I asked for. Why do you live in your parents' basement? And he's like, because they have the room for me to do so. It's my own space and I just pocket my money. I don't have to be whatever. She's like, you're just, basically she was telling him I don't feel like you're on my level. Now if anybody was saying that and they was airing it, it was Michelle. But David was like, I'm just going to keep trying, blah, 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 whatever. David's going to the gym, whatever. Their connection was, Michelle couldn't get with it. So she was problematic. But then things took a turn where Michelle got a text message from David that was actually a little bit intimate and insinuating something sexual. And she was like, well, who was this for? Because surely it ain't for me. I can't get over the fact that you live in your parents' basement. So I know you didn't mean this text for me.
I know you ain't texting me this much.
I know you ain't talking to me. So, and then Madison is married to Alan, and she does not like Alan. And Alan keeps asking her to her face. He's like, "Hey, Everybody doesn't have to be everybody's cup of tea. If at any point you're like, this isn't my cup of tea, just say something. We can stop it. I don't have to be in this. Alan said that to her more than once. Okay? And every time she's like, no, I'm here. I'm trying. I want to keep trying. He even said to her, like, hey, like, how you feeling about decision day? Blah, blah, blah. But she's like, I definitely want us to just keep trying and we'll, get there and we'll look forward to that point or whatever. Anyway, that's how she led Alan on that entire time, Madison. Next thing we know, Michelle's like, this David, she confronted him about that text message. Who was that text message for? This man said his cousin sent him a picture of food. And the cousin, the picture, the text message was for the food that his cousin sent him. Pastor Cal was like, David. Again, who concocted this lie with you and why? And he had the nerve to be getting irritated.
What did the message say?
Oh, you look so good. Oh, wait. You look so good. I can't wait to eat you. Or I want to. So he said that was about food. And the cousin was like, no. And Michelle was like, "What? Where's the picture of the food that she sent?" Why would you? He was like, "I meant to say it, not you." You know what I mean? Like, and she was like, "That's how you talk to your cousin?" And he was like, "Yeah." Like, when I tell you this man was getting irritated, or I don't care who tell it. I mean, he was like, "Yeah, like if we are foodies, we like food." Oh God, the gaslighting this man.
Please tell what kind of food he said it was.
No. And then she was like, so yeah, Michelle said, what kind of food? He said it was. Michelle said, well, what was the food? He was like, they was in Chinatown and went to a dope Chinese spot. What Chinese food have you ever saw that made you be like, that looks so good, I got it. Chinese food? Like, the lo mein be looking good, but it don't require all of that.
It's not so.
And then she was like, well, what did they get at the Chinese store? He said some dumplings. Dumplings. Maybe what, pan-seared or fried? Like, be for real, David. And I mean, he had an attitude. He had an attitude with Pastor Cal. I can't make y'all believe me if you don't want to believe me. Whole time, he just lying. So Michelle was like, she just started putting two and two together. And she was like, there's no picture. I think he got, and in the interim, she called his cousin. Let me tell you something. I got a lot of cousins. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I would have to think about it because some of my cousins might be like, no, they might not. I got to think about which ones.
I would not do that to my cousin.
I wouldn't do it to my cousin, but like what cousin would be like, I'm not doing, like Binky wouldn't. No. Binky would be like, no. I think so. Hey, Binky. Michelle gets a hold of the cousin because Michelle, like, she took it to Pastor Cal, everybody, because she's like, be for real with this. And Pastor Cal was like, now, David, that's when he was really upset. Like, I'm pissed at everybody for not believing that I was happy about some dumplings. So then Michelle got a hold of the cousin, and the cousin was like this. The cousin was just like, Michelle's talking, and here go the cousin. Like, after a while, she just went, she was like, yeah. I don't want to be involved in this. I'm gonna be honest with you. David called me, asked me to cover for him, and I have no desire to be involved. No, I didn't go to no Chinese restaurant, and no, I didn't send him no picture. There's no picture. It doesn't exist. Not from me. I hung up. Everything Michelle was saying was validated. So then Michelle's basically like, there's no picture. I think David, she was like, he saw somebody and he sent the text message based off of what he saw. And he mixed up his M's. And it wasn't for me, Michelle. It was for who?
Madison.
Madison's married to Alan. Who she was saying, no, like, I'm in this. I want to keep trying. Madison sitting over here getting text messages like that from David. Yeah, Madison, you a fat face online. And Lord knows, David, you are a fat face online. In the words of Cat Williams, they not fat people, but I'm just saying. Like, so anyway, Michelle, they go on the whatchamacallit, on the retreat. Michelle putting two and two together. She calling people to the carpet. She not playing, and she asked Madison, "Was that text message meant for you?" And Madison was like, "It shouldn't have been." That's how she said it. Michelle was like, She had already talked to the girls about the text message, and all the girls was like, "What? He said that?" Madison, she over there like, I don't know why he was saying. Maybe just talk to him better. That's what she told Michelle. And see if you can get the truth out of him. She was like, just talk to him better, see if you can get the truth out of him. Then when they get to the retreat, she was like, was that text message for you? Madison was like, it shouldn't have been. Just as nonchalant as that. She was just like, could have been, but it shouldn't have been.
It shouldn't have been. Took me out.
And Michelle was like, do you understand how that sounds? Like, she was calling everybody out. So then finally, like, Michelle was like, I don't believe none of y'all. And here go David still lying. First of all, David came through and was like, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm a man. I know I'm a good man. My apologies. I did send that text message. It was for a girl, Tiffany, that I had met, that I've been talking to, etc., etc. So she was like, show me. So Michelle was like, okay, so you was talking to another, while we're married, you're talking to you were starting a whole nother conversation with Tiffany. He was like, yeah. She was like, show me the text message with Tiffany. David lying self. I deleted the text message. I don't have the text message with Tiffany. I deleted her contact when I realized that it was too far. I'm still married. So that's what David came into the house with. Michelle confronts Madison. She tells Madison, pull her phone out. Madison's like, I could show you. She was like, are y'all talking on Instagram? She has her search her messages. She's talking about this on the after show. She has her search her messages for David's name. David was all up and through Madison's text message. Now, she deleted the thread with her and David, but because she had been talking to her friends about David, when the search came up David, all these messages came up to other people. So you steady talking about David. Why are you talking about this man so much? Shouldn't Alan be coming up more? Oh. So then the producers, so Michelle was like, yeah, I do not believe y'all. So then the producers, they closed the door. This is why I'm mad at the producers trying to come and play in our face. They close the door and they say to Madison, is there any truth to this? And here goes Madison. I don't know. Next thing you know, they go to commercial. They come back. Madison tells David, hey, can I talk to you out here? It's a bench at the top of the steps in this house. They go sit on this bench. Madison feels like she decides to have a come to Jesus moment with David. She's like, as you know, we've been getting close. We go to the gym, we hang out, and I have developed feelings for you. This is not. I mean, it was a whole scene. Just and David, boots. Oh, Madison, what? Oh my gosh! I mean, I have feelings for you too. I'm like, this is a mess.
Messy boots.
Then David goes down there and he's just like, I mean, and she's like, I feel bad. I really feel bad. I mean, Madison's crying, everything. Now, she had just had this conversation not that long ago with Michelle, telling Michelle, shouldn't have been for me. Showing her phone, talking about, it ain't nothing going on with me and David. And then miraculously, when you realize that Michelle is not done putting two and two together, you want to go have a sit down, come to Jesus me. You can't help who you like. I like David. Yes, she did. And on next week's episode, so now it's like a whole mess. Everything blew up. Alan, who was over here thinking that he had a girl really trying for him because he was really trying for her, maybe they took him outside like.
It's not funny because y'all playing with people's feelings and emotions.
Yes.
And I just think that's why I really don't get down with that show. So
that's what upset me was that it's not fair. Even though Michelle didn't she was harping on David. That doesn't matter. She was married to him and you were married to Alan and he was asking you and you were lying to him. Don't do that to people. Right. It's not that's my whole issue with it. Like, y'all are wrong because even if you're like, Michelle's not giving me what I want in the marriage, how she's being, then you go and you stop the experiment. You say, we're not connecting. This is not a marriage. This is not what I signed up for. I'm out. That's what you do. Absolutely. Or you gaslit and lied to Michelle to where now everybody was on your side. Now we're like, nobody's on your side. That's never acceptable. And Alan, poor Alan, he was like, he had just gotten Invisalign because Madison told him his teeth, she couldn't do it with his teeth. He was trying to fix his teeth. He had fixed his wardrobe. He was trying to do everything for her, only for the whole time her to be creeping with David.
And that's terrible too. That, if he wanted to get Invisalign for himself, I can understand. I'm not, especially in an experiment, I'm not about to change who I am for you.
He was
And
thinking
this is
these
an
are minor
experiment.
changes, and if this is gonna make my wife happy, literally, this is what he said.
But like, where's the compromise in it? So what is she changing to make her? Because everybody doesn't come 100% perfect. We all have imperfections that people cannot maybe get with, or have to come to a comfortability or being comfortable with those things. So like, if I'm gonna require or ask for you to change something, there has to be something about me that I need to change as well. And so for those reasons, I'm out. I don't. That's why I don't really watch the show, because I just feel like now it's just becoming a joke at this point. It's just, and there are people that are coming with true intentions and really wanting the experiment to work for them, but wind up leaving, without someone, and and it's unfortunate because you like spent time. I don't know if they get paid to go on here or not, because I've heard people have been recruited after, you know what I mean, before, and not just you applied for it, but a producer saw you and thought you would be good for the show. So,
KJ and M are done. She finally told him off, but I felt like it was too late. Like you should have been told him off because he was out of pocket several episodes ago. But and now yeah, Michelle's chilling, Alan's chilling. He's like Madison crying. That's not how Alan. First of all, David called Alan outside to the fire pit and basically was like, "Things have developed between me and your wife."
have a good day.
Madison didn't even have the decency to tell him. David did. And that's when Alan lost it. And now she's sexting him. She's crying because when she went back to the house to get her stuff, he had them broke all them pictures. But he had burnt up stuff. Alan did. He did. He ripped up the vows and burnt them up. And when she called her
Man
friend,
scorn, it happens.
and when she called her friend was like, he did all of that. That's psycho behavior. Boy, y'all need to be disrespected harder in order for y'all to get it. Because you disrespected him. And then you had that man come out there and basically be like, I'm the one that's going to leave with your wife. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but David was basically, David did tell him, like, I have feelings for your wife. Wait, and this is the last point. On the next episode, they all meeting up at like a social, like a bar or a restaurant or something. Why Madison and David come together? Also, all three experts confronted Madison and David.
Is it over?
Oh,
okay.
Next week it will be.
Okay.
And the experts was basically telling them, Pastor Cal made a good point. Pastor Cal was like, are you sure that these aren't just rebound emotions, that both of y'all were in marriages that you didn't really want to be in, and now you just kind of have these rebound emotions with each other?
Deal with it.
Pastor Cal, excellent point. And let me tell you something else, Madison and David, if you're looking at this. How you start a thing is how you're going to end it. You did not start it right. And why next week they come in, right? And this could just be editing too. So they come into the restaurant. Madison and David come together. Audacity on high. What are y'all doing? Come here together. We're all the castmates.
It's out. Well, it's out now.
And then they sit down. And so Madison's like, yeah, she starts talking. She's a villain. And then she starts talking like, Michelle never cared about David. She don't care about David. Let's just be honest. They just start talking to the other castmates. So Michelle's at the bar part getting a drink, and I guess she kind of overhears it, right? And Michelle's waiting for a drink, and she turns around. Because Michelle, she's from the South Side Chicago. She was like, do you want to wait till I get over there? And then you can talk? And then Madison gonna say, we could wait. Yeah, come on. If you want to do this, babe, let's go.
Well, let's see.
They would just now be recording a reunion because I would just now be. That's all I have to say. Because now y'all get blatantly disrespectful. I was like, who are you talking to? Don't disrespect people. At the end of the day, don't disrespect people. Married at first sight, don't try to create these fake scenes so that we don't see the toxicity of this show. That was toxic. That should have been nipped in the bud. And it's not fair for people's feelings. And if you're doing this in real life, if you do not want to be with somebody, end it.
Exactly.
Just end it and move on. Don't drag people along like that. Don't do that. It's not nice. Well,
yeah, it's definitely.
But I am gonna watch next week, so I'll let y'all know.
I know you are. So we'll be here for the update and that. We are going to wrap it up real quick with our last thing we're going to touch on.
Okay.
Paradise. So if you have not been watching Hulu's new series, Paradise, you're missing a good show.
Tell it all.
First time I watched it, I had to go rewatch it because apparently it's a show that you have to pay attention to. They do a lot of flipping from present day to in the past and trying to catch you up. Basically, the whole show is just about an underworld that was created because supposedly the earth was the world Earth as we know it was destroyed, but yet these billionaires got together and they created a underworld underneath the ground in a cave, deep in a cave somewhere, and it's crazy. It's a lot of theories and a lot of things that I'm not gonna get into on this episode. Next episode we're gonna open up with it, but it's a lot of theories that Jackie be thinking every week she be knowing something, and then by the end of the series, by this episode, she like, no, because so-and-so got killed. No, because this one, no, because they do. I know who this, I know. Oh my God. But Jackie's not the only person. I've seen plenty of videos of plenty of people doing reviews on the show. Everybody's theory be out the door by the next episode. It's 6 episodes. So we're going to give y'all, well, by the time we come out with another one, the 7th episode came out, y'all better catch up if you haven't been caught up. Because next week, I'm going to start talking really, really about the show and giving spoilers. So if you plan on watching it, you might want to end it right then and there. When you hear us say paradise, you might want to fast forward through it, because we're going to really get into it. But I'm telling y'all, paradise is that, like Sterling K. Sterling, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? The premise.
Don't want any spoilers, and please turn this video off now. 1, 2, 3. But boy, I was upset when that Billy died. I thought, I had figured something out. Boy, they killed Billy. And the other thing about this show is, because reality TV seems to have been taken over, it has been a while that you have a show that is really intriguing and get your brain moving.
Scripted.
And I love how this has everybody thinking and trying to understand and trying to do versus just ratchetness. That's one of the things that I really liked about Paradise. It's been a long time that a show has been out here like that. So
exactly, and I want to say this to Hulu. You better not cancel this show.
Yeah,
because y'all like to cancel stuff after the first season, and that don't make no sense. And I know Sterling is of us, so I don't know what you trying to do or what you plan, or if you think you're gonna do. He's of us, so therefore you better not do it, because this is a show that is a good show. Like she said, it keeps us thinking, it's intriguing, and it's not a doggone reality show. We got 10 million of those. We could use less of them and more of this, where people are writing, using their imagination, and giving us good storylines and good TV.
Because y'all canceling How to Die Alone with Natasha from Insecure, I forget her last name, was just, we enjoyed that show.
It's wild.
Hulu. And Hulu.
And y'all bringing Queenie back? Like, what's up?
Yeah, and where's Queenie, Hulu?
Not Hulu. What is it?
But I do appreciate y'all keeping How to Get Away with not How to Get Away with Murder, Only Murders in the Building, because that's my show too.
Only Murders in Loud. Now I was like, I ain't gonna watch this. Then she had me hooked, and then I was sitting there watching it like, Lord have mercy. Steve Martin and Martin Short are definitely like, that's another one. That's another one. Y'all better get up on these shows. We giving y'all good recommendations. I'm telling you, we're going to get into them. We just wanted to get our feet a little wet, get back in there, get started up again. Just let y'all know that we here. We ain't going nowhere. Took a little long break, but we back. Listen, we want to thank y'all for tuning in with us and staying with us even until the end. Again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please make sure you do. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Share us with somebody that you know, your neighbor, your mommy, your aunties, your uncles.
Yeah.
Share, so we can grow this channel. That's what we want to do this year. We want to make sure this channel grows. We want to have more and more subscribers so we can do bigger and better things. As you can see, we're already starting with the new, and it's going to go up from here. So,
yes.
With that being said, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.